Now it's recording again. It was like a menu button or whatever.
So you press something back. Okay,
yeah.
Just try to keep it on the edge. I know I do that all the time with the other one.
Yeah,
so, okay, so this is a restart, I guess, of the video. We kind of cut out by accident. Because we had a guy that just was impatient with us driving. Anyway, look how big this yard is. And it's a side, back. I mean, the house is kind of mostly degraded, but look at the quality. The house, you could tell, was really great. It has bars on the window. It has like a high security kind of thing. At the same time, it's very homely. So it looks like one kind of a ranch style home.
Yeah.
Really nice. You know, looks like multiple bedrooms, like 4 or 5 bedrooms, and really nice. It just looks like one of those kind of places that really you can start a business here, as you know, in your backyard and do all these other things, as well as have a garden and other things if you want it. We don't know the price of this yet. We don't know all the details, but we're just going to show you some of the small stuff first, and then we'll go to the larger stuff later. Again, we did all this by foot. So this is our first time. We want you guys to get the same experience we had as we walked. And we just want to show you that first. Okay? This is not going to be a super long video because, again, this is all about us just showing you what we saw until we get more. And like I said, you see some beautiful houses like this, fenced-in areas, just absolutely beautiful. There are many car dealerships, brand new, used, all in this area because this is a very wealthy area. If you guys have been were with us and we could have filmed, you would have saw just some amazing security and cameras and lots of very nice buildings. Just all the indicators that this is a very, very wealthy area and that its citizens are wealthy. I don't think we saw but no more than maybe one car that you would say is not quote unquote junky, and that was parked in the back like it was like completely done with. Other than that, everything is, I mean, like cars are immaculate. They're not even dirty. They're actually immaculate.
Roads are pretty clean too.
Absolutely.
You know, there's no trash or anything like that. There's anything massive or anything like that we're used to seeing.
Right. So this is our first time. I'm gonna cut you off, Shane.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is our first time going this way, so we're gonna go a little bit further than where we went to the first time. So we're gonna kind of go to this light and show you, well, what we're seeing. This is the first time we've seen this part. So the first time we had gone to this stop sign and we made a right and we just did a square in. This time we're actually going to drive a little further to see what's down here. Look, another car dealership. So in 2 blocks, there's like 4 car dealerships. That's amazing. And this thing is still going. I don't know if they're the same one or different, but this is amazing. It's huge.
Yeah, this is like its own community within a community. It's it's way off of the main path that we were taking. So this is like a whole different side of it. Whereas
fresh Mexican food, maybe want to try there. Check there.
No. So like it's like almost like a different town, just boxed off within another town. So you got the same stuff, like the suburban stuff, then you got like the city part, and this is just like another side of it.
Right.
That we haven't even went to just yet.
Yeah, well, this is the first time.
Yep, this is the first time we came here.
Like I said, we walked. We probably did a mile 1 foot a day. We didn't do like a long distance. We just did a nice square and around the hotel. But this is by far the longest we've gone because, of course, like I said, we were on foot. It is like 95 degrees. We were not trying to be out there walking like that. We got to get used to the weather if we're going to be down here. It's true. But hey, nobody says we have to start right now. The AC is on. I'm not even an AC person. But it's boiling right now, and until I can at least cool down with a nice shower and everything, I think the smartest thing to do is to go and put that AC on. So that's what we're doing right now. So I'm gonna make a U-turn somewhere up here, but at least I see that there are some places here. I'm trying to keep an eye out for places to eat. We'll get something to eat later. but I felt it was better anyway. While we were waiting for the, what's that? Welcome to Pharr, Texas. Okay, so that's going through a different. That's like a city area. We'd love to go check that out. Okay, so I'm just going to do a U-turn up here. Look at the cops are in the motorcycles here, so I'm going to go to the next light, and then we just kind of have to explore this thing later. I don't want to go too far because exploring like this, I don't want to get lost. Even though I shouldn't get lost, trust me guys, I have the capability of getting lost. So let's just do that. I'm going to make a U-turn here at AutoZone. Actually, let's go to the next one. Let's go to the actual light. I'm just going to go here to okay. Let's go here in AutoZone and go to the next slide. So I know that we've looked at these things. So what we'll probably do is after we have so I was supposed to turn there, bro.
Yeah.
I messed that up. Yeah, that's why they want me to turn. I was wondering why it was such a sharp turn, but okay. It was a sharp turn because this is angled a certain way. So we have Uncle Roy's barbecue. I don't know where Uncle Roy's from, but it looks like he got some good barbecue, supposedly. I don't know if we even going to try barbecue because I'm not even really a barbecue fan, realistically.
But you know it's Uncle Roy's.
But hey, it's Uncle Roy's.
It's not any barbecue. It's Uncle Roy's barbecue.
It is Uncle Roy's. So
yeah.
We gotta be okay. So we're gonna make a U-turn here. Something's in the middle of the road. Something deep. It's like it's making some noise. But anyway, like I said, the vehicle which we bought for $700. Again, keep y'all updated. I know it has a slight drip that may be coming from the that's coming from the little antifreeze, but other than that, it appears everything's great. I forgot to check it this morning when we cranked up just now, or I should say this afternoon. But everything appears to be pretty decent. Just like I said, a slight drip it seems to have when it's cut off. Don't know what's going on with that, but we'll find out. But hey, we made all the way to Pharr, Texas. It was basically 1,800 miles. It was more because we had to go out of the way. So basically, we probably put 2,000 miles on this guy here. I probably have a better idea once I look down and find out what's on the. My trip report is different. So yeah, okay. So yeah, we put looks like so I'm already 210, 890. So we put about 2,100 miles. I don't know how. It should have been 1,800, but it looks to me from my trip report probably about up to 2,000 something. So yeah, 2,000 miles. This thing is still going strong. Generally speaking, most of the time we were going 75, which is just in case a lot of you don't know. Instead of like 65 on the main highways, most of the time it's 75 going on the main highways. And of course you can pretty much go 80. It's fine within that 5-mile thing, and so we were pretty much going there. But the roads are really weird here, guys. Shane and I were talking about that many times. It's like it can be 75, and then it's like these lights come in. And it's like okay, you need to go down to 55,
yeah,
then 45, then 30, and you go a mile or two or 30 in this place. And you're going through this place where there's a whole bunch of industry, gas stations, stores, and then it's right back up to 75. But then it may drop to 55. I'm talking about 50 feet. 75? Oh, no, 50 feet. What? Wait, And then it may go, 65. We're doing construction. So then you're going, all of this within 1 mile.
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
Varying speeds. And then it just changes up. Almost like a drop of a dime. Yeah, it's like that.
So you would have to be, if you're going to take this trip. Thankfully, by the grace of God, Shane and I were, even though we were tired and everything like this, and this is the first time him driving this far and me driving this far on a schedule. It was like God kept us awake. So all glory to God for that. Amen. He kept us awake to the point where we were able to get things done, and. It really was very settled. We get out. We did. We got here. We got the right speed. We got everything taken care of. And hey, what else can you ask for, right?
Right.
So anyway, that's kind of where we're at with this. We're going to show you a little bit more as trying to remember. Like I said, I went far more further up than I had intended to go. But some of you may notice some things that's here. The camera may catch a lot of things that we're not catching. I'm assuming that's going to be the thing that we want to see once we do stop this ourselves and review the video. But like I said, as we're driving, you're seeing what we saw, or this first time seeing a lot of this stuff. A lot of these buildings, a lot of the insignias. Generally speaking, the streets and everything are clean. But there are some a couple of decayed businesses that's out of nowhere. But other than that, it's like absolutely excellent. At least in my humble opinion.
It seems to be like an auto place every couple blocks or whatever. Every you know what I mean? It's like an auto place, and all of these things are really clean, very clean. It's not like busted or nothing like that. These things are clean. Even you got the official dealerships, and then you got these other auto businesses. They got sales and stuff like here. They just have it out here. It's all clean, and I don't think these things are even all that expensive either. We check that out. Check that out if you guys are interested. Even close to like hotels and stuff. Like you want to say, hey, you want to rent something out, or maybe pick up a vehicle. You don't even have to go anywhere. You can just walk behind. You know what I mean? It's not even that far away where you can just pick up a car just like that and go.
Yeah, if you guys are looking at this video, and I know Shane's doing a good job of like pointing y'all to these areas. If you're looking at these places, I guarantee you've seen multiple car dealerships. That's not one or two car dealerships. It's not like one and then it keeps going on and they got a lot of cars. These are multiple ones. We only went less than a mile.
And there's more. A lot more too. Yeah, it's a lot more.
They're everywhere. And it's amazing that there's there. Now, it's probably hard for the camera to zoom because we got cheap stuff here. This is the point. We know that you can't afford expensive stuff. That's how we're going to go with it also. Most of our trip we were using an iPad. I used it. But realistically, I'm more of an Android. I don't really like Android either, but it seems to me that Android has worked better. At least Samsung has worked. My older Samsung has worked better than my Apple. That's just been my experience. I'm not here to dispute. Well, yours might be a whole lot better than mine. Either way, if Shane's zooming in, he's doing his best and zooming in these locations. There are a lot of businesses out here that, like on this side, you saw what we had. But as he's going to show you, look at the businesses on the other side, the movie theaters and such other things that's over there. I'm telling you, there's a lot of great places on the other side here that we're not going to be able to catch with the camera, but so much, because we're trying to let everybody, we don't want to back up traffic here, not on this trip. But over there, there's academies, there's a shopping center, there's everything you can think of is over there. And not just that, as we're coming back up to the hotel, because like I said, it's a trip. Look at that sign right there. You see that sign right there? It says Pharre Bridge, International Bridge. Well, guess what, guys? That's the bridge that leads right from here, right into Mexico. So we're right on where we can just go from Texas to Mexico just like that. 10 minutes, we're in Mexico. Just like going from your neighborhood all the way to your local shopping center. That's how close we are to going into a completely different country.
And this is how convenient it is to come in and out. You got this whole community on top of the community, and it's just situated in like a perfect order. there's no other order, you know, that you could possibly think of. You got a little bit of everything. You got a whole other two to three other sections, which you can go down to and just open road, like a countryside, and then you have this right here. There's more like suburban, like right across the street from here, where you got a Cinemark, Cinemark. You got Ross, such other things, you know, similar to that, to what you would find in a typical plaza. And then you have just down the street here, you can take off the main street, where there's less traffic and you can navigate better. It's more so like suburban, you know, or suburban, certain areas and city, and all blended in the same, you know, same structure, same order. And relatively speaking, you can just walk there. Yeah. If you don't, because the main, we only seen like part of a sidewalk on the main street, but you just go back out where we started at, behind the hotel, right? And you can just walk to your destination. So you don't necessarily need to have a car or not need to have a vehicle, if you don't want to.
Or you can get a hoverboard like the one we have. It's funny. We actually have a hoverboard, and like I said, Jane and I were just burning some time, just having some dad and son time, relaxing. And I brought out the hoverboard because I wanted to get some, like I said, I don't take medication. I don't have any prescriptions, that kind of thing. But I wanted to get rid of some information that had been very painful in my leg. And I kind of was bored, so I said, let me just take a couple of ibuprofen, Advils, or whatever it was. And while we was doing that, while I was wasting time, I realized that I had the hoverboard in here. So I took the hoverboard out and rode it to Shane, and then he rode it. And so we were just sitting there going back and forth with it, just having fun, getting some air. Because again, it is 95 degrees, if not hotter, out here. So we're like just getting some air. And a young lady woke up, she was just sitting opposite of us. And she had what appeared to be like a 3-4-year-old kid. And he's just like really interested in it. And they didn't speak English, but you know, we kind of, you know, communicated that he wanted to see it. And so I let him come close to it, and then I just kind of signaled to him, hey, I can give him a ride. So long story short, we rode him for once or twice. I rode him once or twice. My son Shane rode him once or twice. And then the obsession came, boy, because every time we rode around in this parking lot, we couldn't go 1 feet. And he was running. He was literally running up to us going, yes, again.
It's like the whole amusement park experience. He just wow factor. Like, he just was very, very happy to, see something new and
absolutely,
and just experience that.
And remember, I mean, that's a kind of a lesson. That's something that we want to actually teach. You know, when you're in America, and this is still America, but honestly, guys, if you're here, you'll think this is Mexico. It doesn't resemble. You walk around here, there are no any masks. Yeah. Since we've entered, we haven't seen a mask since we've entered North Carolina. When I say no, I mean as in zero. Everybody's shaking hands. People are hugging each other. It's like you think you're in a different country. Yeah, right?
Especially from what we've been experiencing for the past couple of years, at least in where we're from, Maryland.
Absolutely.
In places around there, just how drastic the situation is as far as like society for us, has degraded to, and the concept of fear and life, the transition from that and difference from that, basically lost those values. And people here, at least in the South, southern states, I don't know about, we haven't went to any other places to check, but it's been complete opposite of what we've been experiencing for the past year or two. The thing that a lot of people miss, a lot of people enjoy doing,
right.
Especially with their friends and neighbors, all these relationships that have been lost.
It's good to see people's faces.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's been so long that we've seen, most people behind a mask or something, and you don't know if they're smiling or frowning or some other thing, and it's like, just seeing that with everyone, literally, and not just that, we use the social distancing. This is not about politics. We're just trying to explain to you some of the things that you're missing, because that's what we're trying to do.
Right.
There are things in your life, job-wise, this-wise, that-wise, that-wise, that we know that we're exploring and that we're reporting back to you that are different, and realistically, this is far, far better than what we ourselves and many of you have been experiencing. We're just trying to present options to you. We're not trying to tell you you're wrong. We're not trying to tell you you're right. What we're telling you is that when you have options, you're not under the obligation of doing one thing, which is bondage and slavery. We just want you to not be in slavery, not be in bondage, and say, I have options, let me explore my options. And so those are the options what we're trying to provide for you right now. Anyway, we just wanted to make a quick video. Like I said, this was the first time I used this Samsung recorder, probably ever. Because, I'm in the computer business, and I make the stuff for everybody else to use, but I rarely use them myself. And I haven't traveled internationally in almost 3 years now, which is horrible. So I haven't had to bring anything that I normally use for those things, for those events, and yet I'm using this one. So we just wanted to make a quick video. For those of you who do not know us, like I said, I'm Marshall. That is my son Shane. And like, subscribe, share. We're going to actually have a giveaway of certain things that we use down here also. Keep an eye out for that. So, in other words, in layman terms, when the likes, subscriptions, and the share is up, we're using certain things. Like I said, this Samsung tablet. We may have an iPhone, or we may, whatever. It ain't going to be an expensive one, trust me. But we may have things like that, or also things that we may see down here that if we have enough the budget, we'll buy that for you and send it wherever you are. This country, another country, we'll send it to wherever you are if you're the one that's selected to receive it. So just keep an eye out for those things. Again, we're a new channel. We're not high quality. We're not down the line. We do not speak eloquently. We do not all these things. We're just like you. And so being just like you, we want to show you that the only thing that we're doing differently is presenting options that maybe you haven't had the opportunity to experience. So again, this is Marshall, this is Shane. Next Network. Stay with us. We're going to keep on uploading some content again. And also, for those who haven't seen or heard yet, we experienced some an hour and a half of being harassed, a car search, everything else put on the side of the road, treated like the worst of possible offenders.
In Louisiana.
In Louisiana. I was able to get some of it on the record, because a lot of the times he was forcing me to put down the iPad I was using to film. It was all harassment. I think the only reason we didn't end up in jail or shot or framed was because some of you may not know I'm a servant of Christ or a minister of Christ, and also me speaking to them concerning that we're a YouTube channel. We're just starting this, and while we were traveling. I think had we not had that, as well as some other factors, grace of God, of course, there's no telling how that would have ended. And so we thank God, of course, Him alone. But we're going to try to get that. We're going to try to see the video ourselves for the first time, and then after that, we'll put it online for people to see, and they can make your own determination. You don't have to believe us, but whatever's filmed, we'll make you can make your own determination on whether the officers were justified in doing what they were doing.
Comments and you ask any questions, of course, and we're going to cover certain things that's shown in the video that you may be confused about, or any other questions that you guys may have, and we can address those same things, address any of those things to help better make your decision, whatever you want to do. whatever you want to do.
Right, and I just wanted to mention, if you don't mind saying, I just wanted to mention, have some compassion on us too. Again, we're not editing and doing all these things that other people do. We're just trying to show you our point of view, our POV, right? And understand something. I'm already sure that the camera's not going to show a bunch of things. And I know some people who live in a fantasy world or whatever are going to say, why didn't you get this, and why didn't you get this and this and this, and with the video. Which, like I said, I want to tell you a little bit again that the video we couldn't get but so much because I was told to set down these things. And again, I'm trying to comply and speak to them, trying to find out what they're looking for, all these other things. And if you've never been in that situation, please don't. You can judge us whatever you want. I mean, that's, of course, you do what you want. But if you've never been in this situation, you're in a foreign place you've never been before, and these guys, they set us up, or locked and loaded, and they're trying to get us to lie against each other and these other things, and they tried so many different things.
Yeah.
You don't know how you're going to react or respond. You really don't. You can tell yourself all these little brave little words. I'm going to keep my camera and I'm going to do all that. Yeah, okay.
It's not like TV. It's not like the movies. This is real life. It's not like
you're trying to live to have another day.
Right.
I tell you, despite my understanding that, hey, I'll be with God if I die and I get shot and killed, whatever, and things of that nature. It's again, you're trying. Only thing we're trying to do is, do something in this world that's positive.
Right.
And that's when the most negative of experience from the most negative people who's supposed to provide the most positive to your life presents themselves. So again, whatever we show in the video, we're not going to edit. I was like an hour and 38 minutes that when I looked at it, when I finally turned off the camera, when I knew that the cops had pulled out, they pulled out before we did. I waited for them to do that just so there wasn't something I was going to miss. And then Shane and I left the scene and got out of that state. Like I said, when you do say it, we can try to explain a lot of the things that we said and did in certain scenes. But I don't know how much of it you're going to see. So, and yeah, you can be as brave as it was, and I was brave to a degree. I was in their face. I was really disputing what they were saying and really letting them know I was really agitated with what they were doing and they weren't justified. But at the same time, you're not holding the camera if the officer just told you these guys are already hyperactive, wanting to find something wrong with you.
Yeah.
You're not trying to give him something wrong with you. If
they're definitely looking for it.
Oh my goodness.
Definitely. They were searching for it. They shut down the highway, all the lanes before we even had this encounter.
Right.
It was so backed up, traffic was backed up, and usually in Louisiana, if some of you may have not traveled, but some of you do know, but Louisiana, like on a highway, it's absolutely, it's atrocious as far as the traffic. They're just.
It's like you think if everybody's rushing out of the city because they were told there was some nuclear bomb and they got to get out of there.
Right.
Then they are not very proud. So think New York traffic, but just a longer, bigger location. As we was traveling through Baton Rouge mostly and some other areas. Yeah, not the most compassionate drivers out there. So if you're going through there, that's a good thing. That's a good mention, saying that Louisiana traffic. If you're going through Louisiana, at least the parts we went through. So we can't say all of Louisiana. But where we went through, atrocious, but only atrocious because the content of the travelers, and really it was pretty packed.
And some of the roads too, like exits and stuff like that. It would be like you go like 75 miles per hour, and then all of a sudden it would be like a sharp turn exit,
25 miles an hour. And
from 75, and it's not even not even 10 yards. It's not even 10 yards out.
It's like no warning. So if you don't know exactly what that thing is, if you're not a native Louisiana person or have any idea, it's almost like going down 50 miles an hour down, say, a certain highway, and you turn it into your driveway. It's really unusual from what we've experienced in Maryland. Let's just put it that way. Not here to try to put down any Louisiana people or Louisiana policies. It's just different for us.
Right.
And it's extremely. Don't think that the ways and means of what they created outside of Maryland are going to be similar. Some of them are so extreme that you may be over your head. It's okay being over your head, because I'd say that we were in over our heads in some certain spots.
Yeah.
I mean, Shane did an amazing job sometimes not running into the back of me, because there were times when I had to get some gas, and I'm just trying to find a place, and you have no idea that place is there. You're driving 65, 70 miles out, and it's a sharp turn.
Yeah.
In about 3 different states, it was like that. It was like,
and there was like no
warning.
There was no warning. There was no sign saying, "Hey, turn here. You got this amount of time. You know, this amount of miles or whatever to turn."
Yeah.
There was a lot of occasions where that was the case, and that was easier to navigate. But then there was certain places that just didn't have any of that. It was just, you gotta just feel it. And try the best you can to just try, you know what I mean? Just try to get somewhere, because everybody else, they already know. Of course, like the natives, they already know exactly where everything's at. And they're pushing it. You know, a lot of them pushing it. Not all of them, but a lot of them are pushing it.
Yeah, I'd say by far the majority. But either way, like I said, we wanted to give you this. Both my son and I are going to take a Shabbat. If those who aren't familiar, Christians take Friday night sundown to Saturday night sundown. That's a Shabbat or Sabbath. We're going to, like I said, we're still kind of tired, but you know we're refreshed right now, and so what we're just going to do is take our Shabbat, and we're going to clean up and shower. We haven't showered in 3 days, 2.5, 3 days, whatever. So we need to shower. Jump in some AC in there before we get used to this heat. Maybe go out and find somewhere where to order. Maybe go across the street, the place that we was telling you about before. We got to upload the videos again, probably to one or two of the laptops, and find out what went on from the camera standpoint. Clear some room so that we can take more videos, because it literally filled up the iPad. So we had a lot of video that cut out. We will show you the ones that cut out. We'll apologize that it cut out, but because the iPad got full because of this incident, that we should have had room for to show you other video on different things that we saw as we were going through the states. But don't worry about it. Like I said, this is the beginning, not the end. We're going to get better at what we're doing. But again, we need you to like, subscribe, and to share. And comment, of course.
And of course, comment, yeah.
Comment, because we need to know what your feedback is. What is it that you want us to look at? We're not geniuses. We're not whatever you're claiming to be. We know things that we're looking at, and we know we have an idea of some things that people may or may not be interested in. But again, we can't read your mind.
Yeah, let us help you.
Right. We can't help you if we don't even know you. So in a relationship, two people got to know each other. One more got to know each other. We got to get to know you also. We can't know you if we don't have a voice from you. So give us your voice. Give us your likes, your comments, your shares. And again, for the last time, this part, next network, that is New Normal Expats Travelers. I almost forgot myself. I'm just kind of getting fuzzy today. I think it's the seat.
Yeah.
Anyway, signing off. Guys, have a great day. Have a great Shabbat if you have it. If you're in this country, have a good day. If you're in my friends in Ukraine, Russia, those areas, paka. If you're in Romania, Buna, whatever. All these places, wherever you are, have a good day.
All right, signing off. This is Shane from Next Network. See you guys in the next time.